It looks like we have some rumor about beta coming for Diablo Immortal. So I'm about to talk to you guys about this notification that just came out on some Asus phones, but as I had recorded that footage, this tweet just came out updating us on what BlizzPlanet had to say. We're gonna go through the tweet right now before we get into the rest of the video. So here we go. It says there was rumor about this happening and that there may be a Canada regional testing. The notification rumor has officially been debunked. Users who subscribe to common topics like ROG Phone 3 and gaming news on ROG Connect got the notification. Furthermore, he stated that the notification was not sent only to Canadians, nor was it an advertisement in partnership with Blizzard Entertainment. But I just want to throw this little snippet in here because this is going to weigh heavily in on the discussion we're about to have. What is up, my friends? My name is Echo and welcome back to the ECHO Gaming Diablo channel, where today we're talking about some rumor that we saw both on BlizzPlanet, which I'll be linking below, as well as my email. I woke up to probably 5 different personal emails showing me the image that I'm about to show you in just a moment. Before we get into any of that though, guys, make sure you sub the channel and ring the bell for regular Diablo Immortal videos. And I want you guys to come join my Discord community where we are building out an amazing group of Diablo Immortal players so we can play together when the game comes. So without reading this entire article to you guys, I want to show you the notification that we have right here. And what this is basically saying is people that were using this Asus phone, which is an Android-based phone, got a notification saying that the beta for Diablo Immortal is coming. It didn't say when, it didn't say any of that, but it did mention that this is going to be coming. And that makes you get that feeling that it's going to be coming soon. It gives us a little bit of an idea here of what Diablo Immortal is about, which we all obviously know. Being that you're someone here in the channel, you already know what Diablo Immortal is about, but it told us that it gave us hope, right? But this brings up a question for me. This only came to people on this Asus phone, at least as far as we know. But what about other Android devices? What about iOS users? I mean, how is beta going to work and function with those devices as well? Could beta only be coming to this one model phone? I highly doubt that. That would be something I've never heard of before. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about how I've seen betas launched in the past and how I think maybe Diablo Immortal is going to do it. And right here, we have a little bit of video footage of the person flipping through that phone and then coming up on that notification. There it is. So before we get into any more discussion, I want to give big thanks to everyone over at BlizzPlanet for bringing us some of the most breaking news for Diablo Immortal and all other Blizzard games. What an amazing resource. Again, this is going to be linked down below. I highly suggest you check them out. So now we're going to hop back into some gameplay for you guys to watch while we discuss this topic. So first at hand, do I think this is only coming to this particular phone, this particular Asus phone? And the answer is no. I think that would be really hard to do, and that would have been some direct partnership with Blizzard and that phone company, which I don't think they're going to be doing. So I would go ahead and just throw that out and say that's not what we're going to be looking at here. That's not how it's going to be looking. And the other question is iOS versus Android. And this is something that I've seen happen in different waves from all different developers over my years here on YouTube working with different companies. I've seen games launch only on Android. I've seen games launch only on iOS, and I've seen games go to beta on both. It really depends on the structure that the development company is using. Some services are easier or work better with the framework that's been developed by that development company to bring their platform out. But then we also have to talk about beta. Where's it going to go? Is it going to be a regional beta? Is it going to only be available in certain countries? I've seen that happen before as well. Now, I've mentioned this with the Brawl Stars videos. You know, Brawl Stars released only in Canada and Finland for like the first 2 years. You had to either go to Canada and download it.
Run.
Or you could have downloaded an IP and, you know, switched to your store and done that whole shenanigans to get the game. But that's frustrating because these days people know how to do that. They know how to switch over their phone, download it from there, and then switch their phone back. And it's always very frustrating to have to do that and get the game in some, you know, backdoor kind of way. It's just better if it's available everywhere. But when you close a beta into a certain area, it limits the amount of players that will be playing the game so they can stress test the system. It just makes sense. So I would guess that Blizzard is going to either do one of two things. They're going to either do Android, iOS, they're going to break it down that way, or they're going to do it regional where maybe it's only available in Canada and some other section of the world. Or if they don't decide to break it off and section it in that way to limit the number of players, maybe they're going to be going and only offering beta to people that had registered on the website. So that's another way that they can get a good test group, but not open it up to the entire world, just opening up to people that pre-registered, which is why I've told you guys before that it's really important to pre-register. So if you look at all of the ways that I've described right here, every single way that you could release a beta limits the number of players, which enables the developers to kind of test it, stress test the system, make sure the game works well before it's available to everyone. So one, it could be on either Android or iOS. If they choose one or the other people that have those phones will be able to play. It'll limit the number of players. They can do it in certain countries around the world, and that would limit the number of players that are able to get involved, because if it's not available in your region, you most likely can't do it. Or the last one that we discussed was they could do it just for people that pre-registered. And that is what I think is going to happen. There is a pre-registration button on the website and on the store and in BlueStacks because they want people to pre-register. They want people to get hyped, and those are probably going to be the people. So if you had to ask me, I would not guess that it's only going to be available here or there, or it's only going to be available on this device or that device. I think the pre-registration element of the game is going to be really important as they roll out beta. Don't hold me to it. This is all just my thoughts, because why would they have a pre-registration if they weren't going to give people the ability to get into beta if they pre-registered? I really don't know. And again, this has been under development and in development for quite some time. They've been working on it for a long time. Thoughts could change. People that put structures in place may not even be there anymore, and the project may have been taken over by others. We don't know exactly the plan, but what we do know from the announcement and from that image we saw earlier in the video is that it feels good that Diablo Immortal is coming soon. I'm excited about it. You guys know I'm excited about it because I'm here every other day talking to you about it. And by the way, did you guys check out the Immortal podcast? We had our first episode of the Immortal podcast last Sunday. It's going to be a bi-weekly show. Every other Sunday, myself and Nemo are going to hook up and have a live show with you guys streamed right here on this YouTube channel. And the best thing about the Immortal podcast, guys, is that we take your questions. We start out the show, we have our little ideas of things we're going to discuss, but then we hand it over to you, and you guys are able to direct the questions to us. We'll answer them, and then that will direct the flow of the show. This coming week, the next time you see the Immortal podcast, we are going to have 9 as our guests. So it's going to be myself, Nemo, and 9 talking about lore of Diablo Immortal and other topics, of course, that we have planned and that you guys bring up. If you don't remember 9, he was part of my Diablo Immortal lore series here on the channel. We did about 10 episodes. It was loved by the community. I'm so happy to have him coming on the show next Sunday. And that is going to be Sunday, December 6th. Mark your calendars, guys. You're going to want to be live here with us at 11 a.m. Eastern time when we're live on the channel. But I think we've covered this well here today. I want to thank you guys for making it this far in the video, and I want to remind you to come through the Discord server. It's linked down below. Come on in and say what's up to me. I will be there to say hi back to you guys. I appreciate you all making it this far in the video. Let me know how you think Diablo Immortal is going to be released. What is going to be the pathway that Blizzard takes to get this game out into beta? Because beta is coming, and I'm excited. Check out some of these videos before you go, guys. I appreciate you, and be good.